So ever since my acceptance in CCU and all the way up until my arrival through orientation and through other visits, I was really excited to start class here and become part of the Coastal Carolina community. I chose Coastal because it was like close to the water and I liked the location as I had family in the area, as well as it seemed like a really tightly knit community and turned out to be so. Um, all the faculty and students here are very accepting and kind to each other, and it just builds a great atmosphere. Um, this kind of like alludes to like people in the South being um, welcoming, and that's why I really wanted to attend a school in the South, right, and get away from home, have responsibility of my own, rather than being under my parents' wing and staying and going to school up in Connecticut. Um, when I arrived here and through the freshman experience class, I established goals that I wanted to meet. A lot of these had to do with grades and wanting to get mostly A's, but maybe even some B's in classes. And I don't think I realized at first how much work this would take. A second goal of mine was to not be so much of an introverted person and become more of an extrovert. In high school, I felt that I didn't go out as much as I would have liked to, and that made it so that I didn't meet a lot of people that I would have met otherwise. And then a third goal that I wanted to achieve was to become involved, whether this be to participate in a sport, a club, or like a club sport or intramurals of any sort. In our first year class, one of our first assignments was my About Me presentation, and this was my first presentation in college and my first opportunity to reflect on my past life at home and how my life at home would then affect my life as a student here at Coastal. At home, I had a family who supported me all throughout my school life and through sports, and the obligation and burden that was put on me at home is very different from here at college because there's a certain level of self accountability that needs to be taken when at college, and I don't think I realized this at first, but this is definitely something that I'll talk about later in the video. It goes on to be very important to me. The beginning of semester reflection for a first year class, I tried to establish a system where I would have a positive outlook and about CCU and about grades and about going out and like having fun and meeting new people. But I don't think I realized how hard this would be. Not only the grade part, but once I was comfortable here and met certain people, I then had a hard time branching out and meeting others. Then I did my mid-semester reflection where I kind of realized how I was like really here and this was really my opportunity to prove myself and become a part of the community, even though I still lacked a lot of skills needed to succeed, these being organizational skills, and these were still not fixed at this point. So this was kind of at the point where the hurricane happened, and afterwards when we come back, we got the opportunity to do the experiential learning classes, and these were a great opportunity to learn about career paths and classes that I could take here at CCU. The first one was the one with Dr. Guel, where we learned about electricity, and this really connected to our engineering courses. The second was the computer science one, and this showed how tech paths and different routes that could be taken in the tech industry could also help with engineering, as they're very similar and you can combine the two to form a really good resume. And then the third was biotech, and this showed that the takeaway that I had from this one was that kind of everything happens for a reason, and then that showing that in college you might take different routes and different classes, but they'll all have effect, and many of these being positive on your eventual success as a student. Moving on to the last part of our semester, we had the group project, And this was really the first opportunity that I had to make a video and a large project with a group of people. While many of these people were like my friends for the class, it was still a huge part of our grade for the class, and it was a huge project to undergo at this point in the semester, as we had a lot of other obligations to fill out. In this video, we asked other students at CCU how their time has been so far at the campus, and I think this was really eye-opening to show how different people have different views on campus about how campus life is, and about different paths that can be taken to become part of the CCU community. Um, and the last thing that we did in class was the end of semester reflection, and I think this was one of the best assignments I've ever done personally for me, and for as a student, as a person. Um, it helped me realize that it's important to tolerate people, this being what people on campus, or even people such as my roommate, and how I need to grow and learn how to accept people. Um, this also helped me learn how I should be more engaged in my studies, as well as activities on campus such as clubs and sports, as this is important to my success, as I procrastinate a lot. And so being involved in clubs, sports, and other activities will help me be part of the community and further my education and knowledge of other opportunities that are available after college. And I, I just think I need to realize this change in order to be a successful student. Overall, so far at Coastal, I've had a really good time, and I look forward to coming back for the second semester. I just think that I need to become more involved as a student and become more involved in the coastal community. Um, I'm really looking forward to coming back for the second semester, and I think if I fill out these things and become more involved, I'll have an even better time here at CCU.